we finally have answers to what is going on with Aquatica. Because after these last couple days, or should I say it's been about almost a week now, the developers and Snail Games overall are not really giving us any information. It's been kind of dead, nothing's really going on. So I've actually went out of my way and contacted one of the developers of Aquatica, but he's a level designer. He's not like, you know, a big like high up person in Aquatica, just kind of helping out with just the development of it. So I asked him some pretty important questions. So I'll start with what I said and then what he said. So I said, hey, if you don't mind answering, I have some questions. So the community really wants to know when the Devkit will be updated to support mods for Aquatica. This is the biggest question that I see. Also, what are you guys doing about the divide currently with pre-Aquatica people and the people playing Aquatica? Now these first two questions, I mainly asked this because I've been seeing a lot of people talking about the Devkit, because if you guys don't know, it's completely broken right now, and every single mod does not function currently with Aquatica, which means every single server, literally every single unofficial server, is not working currently. Nothing is functioning, and it's a pretty big problem. Then this other one is the divide that's currently happening, because if you don't know, they have a pre-Aquatica and then an Aquatica. So Aquatica is the new map, but the pre-Aquatica is basically ARK before Aquatica. So it kind of just gets rid of Aquatica for now to just kind of be playable, because it's literally unplayable currently. But yeah, I was basically asking what's going to be going on with that, because that's not really a good thing to have when you divide your people like that. But yeah, I was basically asking, how are you guys going to merge them? And then why did you guys use mostly assets from Extinction and Aberration? That was a bigger one, especially for me. I really wanted to know that one, you know, if it was a part of their story, or if they just were lacking on time and they needed to just use assets. But I also said, why are there so many reskinned items / dinos? Felt like that was a pretty good question. When is the lag going to be fixed as well? It's pretty much unplayable for most people. That was again a huge question. What are you guys doing to fix traveling on the map as well? It takes too long to get places since the map is so big. And that is a huge one that I've seen a lot of people talk about as well, is that it takes too long to get places on here. And then I said, and lastly, what are you guys doing to help give the community answers? I've noticed a lot of players are angry with the little to no communication about when big updates are coming. But yeah, so those were my questions. I felt that they were pretty good questions about Aquatica. If you guys have any other questions, put them down below. But yeah, I'll be more than happy to talk with him about it with you guys. Just see if he answers some of you guys' questions as well. Is all this Aquatica news making you anxious or nervous? Well, check out my sponsor, Mitra9. Mitra9 is a non-alcoholic supplement that quite literally makes you feel good. These drinks give you a high, but without the impairment. They have a ton of great flavors, my favorite being root beer. If you're looking for a new drink to replace your coffee in the morning, Mitra is the way to go. Simply go to mitra9.com and use my code Outcasts for 25% off your entire order. Now, back to the video. But yeah, he said morning, all good. Questions and a few of them have been answered in yesterday's dev stream, and they'll be answered in today's stream as well. If you guys don't know, if you're watching this video, the stream actually should be starting right as this video goes up. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern time on the 22nd. So if that is today's date, yeah, go ahead and watch that, because he's going to be going over a lot. I'll put the link in the description and everything for that. Basically what he says is, at the moment we do not have an ETA on when the dev kit will be updated, but it's on the list of priorities. Currently our engineering team is focusing on stabilizing the game and optimizing performance and FPS, as well as fixing mods. We are actively collaborating with the ARK mod community regarding these fixes. Once there is an ETA, I will be posting on the Aquatica Discord, as well as other socials such as Twitter, to spread the word. So again, no one really knew info about when the dev kit's going to be updated, because he literally just doesn't know. So hard to really tell when that's going to be, but from what I was seeing, it's still going to be a good while until that's going to get updated, but hopefully by the end of the month, hopefully. Then he said that the intent is to resolve the game-breaking issues in the main build, so that once these issues are fixed and stability is achieved, we will no longer need the pre-Aquatica branch. So yeah, that will basically cover, you know, the big issue with the pre-Aquatica people and the Aquatica people. So it's just going to be one big update, which I would imagine, and that's just going to basically merge it all back together so that everybody can actually enjoy the game together as one, because it is horrible how everybody is separated. It just really sucks. Now this next one is pretty big for me. This is big for me. I was really excited to see this answer. And what he said is the reason that we had to reuse assets from other DLCs like Extinction or Aberration was due to the project's timeline and our team's size at Studio Siren. It wasn't realistic for us to create a large set of new assets, so we made do with what new assets that we could make and what was available to us to use in the ASC files. So yeah, Pretty much what everybody was, thinking when they said that. So yeah, not shocked by that answer at all. That's kind of what I was expecting as well. It's just because they were told by Snail Games that they just didn't have time or money to make new assets, which I'm not a huge fan of it at all. I know a lot of you guys have been kind of getting mad about that stuff too. Just seeing that it's just aberration and extinction assets pretty much everywhere, and a little bit from some other maps as well. But yeah, I really feel like it screws up how this map should have been. If this map was not reused assets, I wouldn't be hating on this map so much. If they actually put in effort to try and build a good quality map and it just had a bad launch, it was super laggy, I get it. I totally understand that. But with all of these issues all combined into one, it's really embarrassing for Snail Games. Really embarrassing. Again, no hate to Studio Sirens, no hate to this guy, Sewell, I believe that is his name. Do not give any of these people hate. They're just the developers, they're just making money, they have a job to do, simple as that. So again, if you guys are going to hate on anybody, go hate on Snail Games, because that is the main people who are in charge of this mess. And then he said, for your next questions regarding reskins, the same answer as the asset reuse question. So basically the same thing that we covered above about the Dino reskins. Because if you don't know, like there's a Megalodon, but it's reskinned from Atlas. That was completely taken from Atlas as well. Let's say we have the Seahorse, that was from Atlas as well. You have, I don't know, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's quite a bit of dinos on here that were just reskins or stolen straight from Atlas. And I will be also making a video going over every single item that was taken from Atlas, just to show you guys, the true scale of what they took, because it was quite a bit. I'll just say that now. That video should be out tomorrow. But yeah. The persistent lag and optimization issues have already been addressed, and we have been actively working on a solution to improve the player performance. Going to try and get more information on this for today's stream as well. So yeah, he's going to be going over this later in that stream. But yeah, so if you do see this video in time, go check out that live stream. Again, just going to cover all the lag and stuff. I don't fully know what it is. I'm going to be reviewing the video hopefully afterwards if I have time today. And I'll be going over that stream, but it's a pretty long stream, so I'm going to try to cover as many things as I can in there. And then he says, if you have any suggestions regarding traversal travel time through the map, I'd love to hear them. Basically, no big answer about what to do for that. Just asking the community, what do we want for that to get fixed? And again, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't know, but maybe like a tech chess piece in a way that can, I don't know, be like a little jetpack that can boost you around the water. I really don't know. Just something that can really get people moving a little quicker, because in my opinion, it still is a little too slow. And then he said, to help improve the dev/player communication, we started regular development streams to discuss current fixes as well as upcoming patches and updates. Understand that some of these are not going to have a set ETA right now out of the gate, which is completely understandable. This is mainly because we are reviewing bugs. We're also testing the fixes that we have put in place for the bugs before pushing the patch. So yeah, so what they're going to be doing, which I covered this earlier, but just kind of going over this section, is he's going to be doing live streams. I think he's one of the main guys that's going to be in charge of these live streams. And in these live streams, he's going to be talking about, what's going on, what's getting patched, all this good stuff. I'm still not happy with that though. I seriously feel like Snail Games needs to come out and start talking about this. Or just you guys in Discord, it should be an everyday occurrence that you have your team in there saying, hey, this is getting fixed, this is getting fixed, this is getting fixed, not we're fixing optimization issues. Say exactly what is getting fixed, and the community will be a little bit happier with you guys. Just say that now. But then he says, I've stated multiple times in my streams as well as comments in the Aquatica Discord that once I receive a hard date for the patch release, I will share it with the community and players immediately. So yeah, that's pretty big as well. I mean, you can't get better than that. I mean, that's what he said pretty much. I mean, this is all the info that he gave me. I think he gave me a little bit more. Yeah, just to thank you for your time. And then he said, yeah, happy to provide more clarity and transparency for the community. And yeah, so he says that he's not lead, but yeah, he linked his YouTube channel down here where he will have the VODs of the live streams that they do, because he'll be live streaming on Twitch. Then here are the VODs of these live streams. So if you guys do want to go check it out, I should have it linked in the description. But yeah, here it is. If you want to look at it, it's an hour and a half long. If you want to just watch the entire thing, it just goes over all of the issues that they are addressing. So you can't get any more transparent than that, to be honest, guys. I mean, that's pretty much as good as it gets right here. So yeah.
Fox, to answer your question regarding the state of the DLC and pushing it, again, with us being such a small team, we worked with what we had. We were given a set of resources, and we did our best with what was available for us, and we worked together to bring something that was still viable in the ARK scene with that. Obviously, of course, regardless of what game you work on, every game that's released is going to have issues, going to have bugs, there's going to be some game-breaking issues as well. What's important...
So basically what he's saying, in other words, is that Snail Games did not allow them to make brand new assets for Aquatica, forced them to just reuse the same assets from ARK Survival Evolved, which is kind of ridiculous for, you know, a big company like that. Again, no hate to these guys, that's what they were told to do, so they have to listen, simple as that. But yeah, I'm not too happy with Snail Games because of that, because if they gave them time and allowed them to make new assets for Aquatica, Aquatica would have actually been a pretty amazing map. It's a amazing theme, you know, an underwater map. It was just executed terribly, executed just horribly by Snail Games.
Obviously, no developer wants to see negative feedback on their project that they worked on and put towards, but at the end of the day, it comes with it. It's a part of it, and it's something where, you know, rather than be silent, we choose to go forward with being open with communication, speaking to you guys, listening, and, you know, like I said, working on fixing the game and bringing the DLC to a playable state that's functional, optimized, and ready to go.
See, that's exactly what we've wanted from Studio Wildcard and Snail Games since day one of ARK, is communication. That is all that our players wanted. That is all that us as people wanted on this game, and they could not give this to us. So I thank you to this guy. This guy is a huge thing for ARK. If he could be a main, you know, portion of just the ARK community for just talking to us and just telling us what's going on, oh my god, that would make so many players so happy. But yeah, so Studio Wildcard, Snail Games, please take from him, because he knows exactly what he's doing. Because, you know, he's probably an actual, you know, person that plays games just like us, so he knows exactly what we want, and that is just communication. If you cannot communicate with your player base, your players will get angry, your players are going to leave. They don't like that stuff. They just want to know what's going on. Simple as that. But yeah, if you want to go check out his channel, that's really all that I'm going to be showing from him. I'm not going to show too much, as, you know, he kind of covered the main topics that I asked him earlier in chat. So yeah, I mean, let me know down below. Post any comments or questions that you guys may have. I know that he's probably going to be in there looking at them. He'll probably answer some of them from you guys as well. So yeah, just go check it out in comments. If you see him down there, it should be just ZWell. Go talk to him, ask him some questions, or you can ask him on Discord, YouTube, literally anything. But yeah, go subscribe to him as well, because, you know, he's actually pretty big for Aquatica at the moment, because nobody else is really talking, but he is. So yeah, anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. We are very close to 100,000 subs, so it would mean the world to me if you could please hit that subscribe button. But anyways, thanks for watching.